welcome to the Shot Clock Podcast with me, your host, Jago. This week, we've already released the Luke O'Hay episode. Great chat with him over on YouTube, on Podbean, and on Apple Podcasts. Our next guest is the Aina point guard, shooting guard, owner of Nets Athletic Training. A big voice during the summer for the Black Lives Matter campaign here in Ireland. We tuned into most of Hillary's live Instagrams during the summer. He's had some really interesting guests on. Somebody who I've been lucky to be around. A really good guy and a guy I admire an awful lot. So here he is. It's Hillary Nets.
So welcome to the Shot Clock. We're here today speaking with Hillary Nets, current Aina point guard, shooting guard, all-round good guy, coming into his fifth season into the league, 4 done into season number 5. So we'll just start off. How have you been keeping during this weird lockdown shit?
I'm not going to lie and say I've been good, but I've been up and down. Just figuring out what exactly keeps you running is what's got me to where I am. So I'm good now. I'm doing good.
Excellent. That's good to hear. Because you're such a positive person. Anytime I've met you, you've always got that smile on your face. You're always positive. But we all have ups and downs. And it's nice to hear from somebody who is the smile on the court. That, they do have bad days, and it's all right to have bad days. The thing is,
100%.
Always look forward, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
looking forward
exactly.
to next season.
Exactly.
So, this is going to be really simple. It's just to let people get to know you a little bit more. It's not about X's and O's. We're not going to talk about breakdowns. We're just going to talk about Hillary Nets.
Yeah, my brain isn't ready for that right now anyway.
Neither is mine. So we're going to go way back. We're going to go back to the start. So I want to know who, what, or why inspired you to hoop?
I think it was a combination. So before I even picked up a basketball, people assumed that I could play basketball. And I just so happened to have some sort of natural ability that I was better than everyone else in my school. So that happened. And then my brother brought home a VHS tape of
that's not today or yesterday.
No, definitely not. Back in the days. So he brought home a VHS tape of And One basketball that I think he had got it from Nabs. And so I watched it and I was like, oh shit. Saw this guy like putting the ball through his shirt, doing a spin, and then throwing it off somebody's head. And I was like, yeah, I need to learn how to do that. So the summer before secondary school, my brother brought me out to a outdoor court. And that was like my first proper experience of street basketball and like competitive trash talk and everything. And I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I want to do. So it was like the combination of people already expecting me to be good at basketball, that And One mixtape video, and then my brother and Nabs introduced me to basketball and Tracy McGrady.
So you haven't looked back since?
Yeah, haven't even like been like, oh, maybe I should have stuck with GA or hurling or soccer. I was like, nah. This is it.
And were you a multi-sport athlete? Did you play other sports growing up?
Yeah. So I played soccer for Verona. Played GA and hurling for Ballybolden, and then that summer we moved to Blanchetown, and I was like, yeah, this is it for me.
Well, it's good to hear that you're a multi-sport athlete. I'm trying to explain to kids, don't pigeonhole yourself early.
Oh yeah.
Explore other sports. You know what I mean? Play everything. Like we played everything growing up. Monday was soccer training, Tuesday was GA training, Wednesday was basketball, and then all of a sudden Thursday was basketball, Friday was basketball, Saturday was basketball. But yeah, just get with
progresses into that.
It does. That's what happens. So as I said, it's your 4th season this season. You've done, 2 years with Aina?
2 years with Aina now. Yeah, this would be my 3rd year with Aina.
2 years with Lions before that?
Yeah, 2 years with Lions before that in National League, grinding it out.
So my question to you now is, who was your favourite teammate and why?
That's a tough question. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Hey,
I'm
look,
gonna anyway.
man up, you know what I mean?
Favorite teammate and why? Oh. My favorite teammate has been Royce Paris. He was the American that came in on the Victory Sports Change His Life program last season when we were in National League. And, you know, he kind of got put into a shitty situation because he was living and studying in Dundalk and would have to get a bus to me every evening. And then I'll drive out to Aina and then have to race back into town so he can get his bus back to Dundalk and still study. But dude was showing up for every practice. He was playing behind Josh because they had a minute split. But like he'd show up every training session, work his ass off, bust everyone's ass, and still like wouldn't complain about anything. You know, like he came into a situation thinking he was going to be the starting point guard and the main guy, but when he got there, it wasn't the case. But still, you know, still kept it going. He adjusted to what was going on and just did what he had to do. When he came on, he was unconscious. Dude made passes, played solid defense, scored, and then went home and celebrated.
Nice.
You know, it was
nice.
Just,
that's what you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want in a teammate and somebody who can push you as well. So, yeah, and I still keep in contact with him to this day. So he's just one of my favorite teammates for sure.
Excellent. What a great answer. So moving on from that, we've got some good point guards. We've got some good shooting guards in the Irish leagues. So over the years, who's the toughest person you've had to guard? And secondly, who gives you work on defense?
Who gives me work on defense? See, I take pride in my defense over anything else.
Yeah.
But I have to go back to last season. There were two very like clear moments that I'll always remember. One of them was from CJ up in Belfast, and the other one was from that kid's unbelievable.
18 years of age and the brain of somebody who's played the game for 20 years.
Is he even 18?
He's 18 now, I think.
Oh, he's 18 now. Okay,
he
cool.
was 17 back then, yeah.
Yeah. So, and such a nice kid as well. Let me just say that. Such a nice fucking kid. So it even makes it worse that he did this shit. But it was him and then the American from Maui. Yeah, American from Maui. Just ridiculously hard to guard. Unbelievable shooter. He could get to the basket. He could dribble, pull up. Very shifty. And yeah, the moment from CJ was when we played them in Aina. He brought the ball down on the left side, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. Let me just push up and see what he can do." So I pushed up on him. He went through the legs once. I beat him, got to the spot. He went through the legs again. I beat him, got to the spot again. He went through the legs again, and I was just like, nope. My body was like, nah, Hillary, we're not doing another one. And then he just got a layup, and I was like, God, that kid's nice. And then at the end of the game, we were shaking hands or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, great game, sir." And I was like,
"Oh,
and you're a nice kid." I can't even, you know. He was like, he just had like so much respect for everybody. Like, he came in, did his job, and that's another credit to Adrian, like, who's raised him to be the man he is now and the player he is now. You know what I mean?
Fulty was exactly the same on the court. Fulty would bust you up and hug you after the game and tell you you've had a good game, and he could have dropped 40 on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still, he's like, hey, great game. And you're like, really? I felt like I didn't exist today. You made me look like I didn't exist today.
Exactly. So it was just like, oh, bro, what do I even say? And I was like, oh, great game, buddy. And then saw him in Belfast a couple of weeks later, and it was the same, like, same respect, same nice kid. Even when I've talked to him on Instagram and stuff, just like the most humble kid. I was trying to get him on my podcast.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, bro, I don't think anybody wants to hear from me. And I was like, what? You know how many kids that are your age and younger than you look up to you and have asked me to get you on the show? And I was like, yeah, this kid's so humble. Like, what a great kid.
Unreal. He is unreal. He's like different class. I'm really going to see what he does in the States. I think he's got a really big future in front of him. You know, like he's, like you said, he's grounded, he's humble, but he works his ass off.
Yeah.
He works his ass off. So my question now is, who guards you the toughest in the league?
My biggest challenge in the league, I'm going to say Puff, just because
the man has no quit.
he has no quit. And then, like, we've done a lot of work together, and we've played a lot in the in the summers together. So, like, a lot of the times, like, he's there and he knows what my next move is. So he's quick to be there, even with me having a much faster first step than he does. He was still,
he's going to disagree with that straight away.
Oh yeah, of course he is. I'll say it was definitely between him and Josh.
See, that's the great thing. When you've got somebody in your practice squad or somebody you're up against in practice week in, day out, that's what you want. It's just going to push you to be a better player. I love that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. I used to love that. Like, my challenge was Rob Keane.
Yeah, he's still a challenge for some people.
But that's it. The guy's a Terminator. He's a robot. He's got no quit. He's got an engine that would last forever.
Yeah.
You know, and going back to, like, when we were playing back in the early 90s, Rob was the guy you'd put on their American.
Oh yeah.
Because he shut that shit down.
Yeah.
And like it was like, right, their American's about to go off. Yeah, stick Rob on.
Yeah.
And that was it. Handcuffs on, lockdown. End of story. End of story. And like I've heard stories about him now, still in, like, up with you guys in Super League practice, and he's still doing the same thing.
Super League practice, like, even last year, I think it was like one of our very first games. I don't know, for some reason we only had 6 or 7 players. So Rob stepped up. He was our assistant coach. He was registered, so he stepped up and played the game. And I was just like, bro, this is not your last game. Like, you're playing for the rest of the season. Like, what are you
still do a job? He could still do a job, Super League. Absolutely. Coming in off the bench.
Getting stops. He was getting rebounds. And I was like, Rob, I know you're old, but, like, come on.
On a bum ankle and a bum back.
Yeah, we need you. Come on, relax.
He can still give you work. Give you work. So, basketball players are notoriously superstitious. Notoriously. Like, over my shoulder, I wear number 13. The taboo number, you know? But what are your superstitions, or have you any superstitions?
Funny enough, I used to have a superstition about the number 13. So that was my jersey when I played with Lions. And not saying this is why I got injured, but the jersey was taken away from me, and injury happened, and I was out for pretty much the whole season. But anyway, superstition. So whenever I walk into a gym, I have to touch the door frame. So anytime I walk into ANA, I always slap the door frame twice, like to slap the wall twice. And then I always get ready at the side of the court.
Okay.
I don't like getting ready in the dressing room. So, like, before I leave my house, I'll make sure I have enough on so that I can get ready at the side of the court.
Without frightening kids.
Yes, sir. That's the one. All around my
interesting parents, one or the other.
So yeah, those are definitely my two superstitions. Have to when I walk into a gym, slap slap the door frame or slap the wall. I think it's like a respect thing, because I used to always stand. I used to always walk over to the center circle and step on the middle, like the center of the court. Always used to step on the middle of the court, just like as a respect to the court.
Nice. I like that. And have they grown over the years? Like, as I said,
Yeah.
like I listened to JJ Redick, and he was saying his game time routine has gone from like 10 to 22 things that he must do, and if he doesn't, he feels like he's gonna have a bad game.
Oh yeah, of course. Like especially last season. Obviously I'd started the year before with Aina, so like my routine had changed. So like game days was usually Saturdays. I'd wake up early in the morning. I'll do a little bit of light stretching and mobility stuff. Then I'd go off and coach for 2 hours. I'd come back to my house, walk over to the little cafe down the road, get my pre-game food, come back into the house, chill, play some games, have a quick nap, and then shower right before I leave. And yeah, like I have to do those things and then get taped up obviously when I get to the gym. And without those things, I'd feel like I wasn't playing a game that day.
Excellent. I love it. Here, so moving on, we all like back to superstitions and back to different things. Have you got a favorite pair of kicks that you like to wear, or a favorite brand, or a favorite model?
I wear Nikes for games for sure, and there was a time where I used to wear high tops all the time, but then I done my ankle in. I had some issues with my ankle when I was with both my ankles when I was abroad, and for some reason I started wearing low tops afterwards, and I've never gone back. So I have a training pair, and then I have a game pair. So my game day shoes are LeBron 15s, all white. I just love all white low top shoes. Nice. Makes me feel bouncier.
Hey, that's interesting. What's your favorite pair of all time? If you could, like, if you had that hook up with Nike that you could make that call and go, you know what, I'm looking for a PE edition of this shoe, what would it be?
The KD5s, the Black History Month ones.
Nice.
They're like this cool grayscale African design on the shoe, and then the bottom was like a orange outsole. It was just really, really nice shoe.
Cool.
I could never get my hands on it, but yeah.
I must look them up. Jump onto StockX. I'm sure they're there. They're probably going to cost you like $6,000 or $7,000, but you can. I'm sure they're there. See, every time I go and look, it's like, oh no, I'm not paying that for
crazy prices. Yeah. So it's like, do I get them and then never wear them, or what?
Oh, they're one for the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're one for the shelf, definitely. So my next question is, I know that you write music. I know that you write poetry. And I've listened to some of your releases, and I absolutely love them. I love them. They're on my walking playlist, on my workout playlist. So yeah, really, really great stuff. Who are your top 5 musical artists of all time? Who are the 5 people that you can't do without in your life?
Jay-Z, J. Cole, Jay-Z and J. Cole for sure. 1 and 2. Drake has to be up there as well. And Beyonce, number 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Come on, bro. You gotta have a singer in there. I hate when people give their list and it's 5 rappers, and I'm like, how you just listen like all the rest of your life, all you're gonna listen to is rap? No singer in there?
No.
You need some soul.
You need that downtime. Who's number 5?
Number 5. Like I want to say a newer artist. Yeah, okay. There's a guy called Brent Fayaz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really good. Brent Fayaz or Fayaz. I'm never sure how to pronounce his surname. But he's like real, just a cool kind of, just a cool guy.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Yeah,
like
good vibes, and he indulges a lot.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Beyonce, that's a big call, bro. That's huge.
Yeah, gotta have her in there, man.
You gotta have Beyonce in anywhere. Like, damn. She can do it all.
Yeah, because she has the like little slow tunes where like you can relax and whatever, blah blah. But then she has like the love on tops, the beats that can like be put in a game day playlist. So she can do both.
Bonnie and Clyde. She's got bam. Yeah.
Whole category of music, like
she's pretty diverse, all right. She's amazing. Amazing. And to think like her first solo album came out when she was 21 and she's still
at it. Yeah.
Absolutely. So moving on musically, you're the DJ. We're warming up. What are the last 3 songs we listen to before we come off the court to start the game?
Last 3 songs before. Okay. The last song is Jay-Z, Public Service Announcement.
Right before the buzzer goes.
Right before the buzzer goes. The second last song is Drake. What's it called? Any Drake, actually, to be honest with you. And then before that, it's got to be J. Cole and Dreamville, Under the Sun.
Nice. I gotta look them up.
Yeah, those three in order.
So out of touch.
Bro, I feel like I'm out of touch every day when I look when I open Spotify and it's like these are the top people in the country, and I'm like, who the hell are these people?
Yeah. Who's this guy? Who's that? Yeah. What? You're going, no. And then you're on Wikipedia going, who are they? Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So moving on to that one then. It's you and 4 others going into a gym for a pickup game. People you've played with, people who you'd love to play with in the Irish Super League. So you and 4, who are we taking to the court?
4. Okay. So I gotta go position wise.
Okay.
I'm putting Mark at power forward.
Mark Reynolds
at power forward.
Nice.
I'm putting point guard. Point guard is a split between 3, but I gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one.
Adrian O'Sullivan.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I grew up playing with him, and he's always been a challenge to guard, and then like playing on the same team as him in scrimmages and stuff. It's just like, yeah, I'd love to actually be on a proper team with him.
Nice.
Taking
you so number 2.
I'm playing number 2. Number 3. Oh, Steph.
Oh, could it be anyone else?
Yeah, the boys is ridiculous.
He's an automatic bucket. He's unreal. I've never seen a player like him.
Bro,
he is the ice man. He is ice. I have never seen him get annoyed. I've never seen him. He just plays on the level, but his level is here.
Up there, exactly. He does get annoyed, but it's a quick like, yo, and then he just comes straight back down. But I quick story. So I was coaching DBS, and we were in varsities, right? So first couple of games, Josh was going off. His girlfriend was in the stands watching him. So he was going off for like
It
30,
always
40.
adds, doesn't it? It always adds
Yeah.
to your game when you've got that cheerleader right there.
Yeah, exactly. And Dan was going off. And then I think it was a semi-final game, right? And we were playing against Ulster. I'm pretty sure they had one of the Quinn twins. They had the younger brother of the Quins. Then they had two imports. So it was kind of a back and forth game. And then I think it was at halftime. Steph came over to me and he was like, "Yo, Hill." And I was like, "What's up, Steph?" And he was like, "Do I have to play now?" And as his coach, I'm looking at him like, "What do you, yes, Steph, you have to play now." And he goes, I got you. Went out, started halftime, double cross, dunked on the American. And I was like, "Oh, so the last 5 games you were just chilling." Interesting. He's had like 20 in each game. He's ridiculous.
He is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's great. He's like, I've had him over in my academy. We've had our kids over with all you guys. And he's just so open to talking to you after the game and so respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's such a good guy.
A great guy.
So who are you taking at 5? This is a tough one.
Taking a 5. The centers in Ireland, who I'd love to play with. Shit, that's a tough one. Is Lamont a 5? He's a 4.
I call him a 5. He's an Irish 5.
He's an Irish 5. Nah, let me go clean.
Yeah, Jake Hill is.
Yeah. He's such a nice guy and still works his ass off. And
he gave you guys work in that cup final.
Yeah.
He was the difference maker. I know Neil hit that huge tree, but up until then, Jason, like, he was doing it all, man. He was like posting. He was coming out for like that mid-range jump shot. Like, he's nice to watch.
Yeah. Even the game that we played against them at home at their gym.
Before Christmas, I was at that game. What a game!
That's the best game I've seen him play in years. Like, he did not miss, was solid on defense, and I was like what's going on here? We can't do anything right.
He's one guy I would have loved to match up against.
Yeah.
Back in my prime and him in his prime, and I would have loved to just bang with him.
Yeah.
Because there's no bangers out there anymore. I would have just loved to bang with the guy.
It's not like that anymore.
No. Everyone's a stretch 4 or stretch 5. It's like, no, get close to the paint where we play.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I feel myself drifting out now in games. I'm coming off and I'm standing out the 3-point line, and my nose starts to bleed. It's like, what the hell are you doing out here? I don't belong out there unless I'm setting a pick. Oh my God, get your ass back in. Go in the post. Go where your money's going to be earned. You know what I mean? I don't know why I've suddenly become a stretch 5 with possibly the worst jump shot in the history of the world.
Hey, one of them's going to go in.
Look, I'll take 25% for the season. Yeah. So we're coming down the stretch now. This is a tough one. This is one I have to think about.
Okay.
It was asked to me many years ago, and I struggled to answer this question because I think I was still too young. 16-year-old Hillary, what advice are you giving him?
What advice am I giving 16-year-old Hillary? Become a better shooter faster. That's the God honest truth to you. Like, even when I started playing basketball, like, my right hand was so strong and I was so fast, like, it was all that I needed. And even when coaches were like, "Oh, Hillary, like, you got to work on your left hand," I'd work on my right hand even more so they wouldn't notice my weak left hand. But then I got to a stage where I was like, nah, okay, I got to become a more diverse player. So started working on my left hand. I could go both sides. And I could always like shoot a little bit, but I just didn't have the confidence to actually be like, I'm open. If the ball comes to me and you're giving me any sort of space, I'm throwing it up there. I just didn't have that confidence. So yeah, definitely 16-year-old Hillary is work harder and work on your shot.
Love it. Great answer.
Have that confidence.
Mine was stop fighting with referees. And strangely enough, I still haven't listened. Still.
I can't fight with refs.
Oh, I average like a tech a game.
Oh no. I think I've only ever got one technical in my whole career.
I would love to be able to say that. Like that's such a boast. Like that, yeah. No, one a game. I'm gonna say one a game.
Damn.
Give or take. There's been a few two a game. There's been a few ejections. There's been but hey, it was a different time.
Yeah, I've been given bench warnings because I like to celebrate a lot for my teammates. And there was one game I was just talking shit to one American guy, but he was just asking for it. He called me the energy guy and told me I don't do nothing.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
And then it was the third quarter. And he had 10 points and I had 10. And I was like, they're paying you to score 10 points? Interesting. And then he was sent home soon after.
But that's the conversation stopper right there.
But like,
we're matching up on points and you're getting paid. Cheers, pal.
The thing is, the whole team. So it was, I don't know why, but like at the time it was me on the bench. Josh was here, Royce was here, and he was talking shit. Josh came in and was just like, bro, shut the hell up. Royce came in, started talking trash. Steph even said a little something as well. Wow. And then Darren just looked at us and was like, guys, like, what are you guys doing? Like, he started it. We were like little kids, like, he started it first, coach.
I love it. Sometimes you just need to talk back. You need to shout back. It's good. It's good for the game. Exactly. So, second last question. Dead or alive, 5 dinner guests you'd bring to your house?
Okay. I'm going LeBron James, Jay-Z, Nabs. I'm going Coach K. And then I'm going with Maya Moore from the WNBA.
Wow. That's a nice 5.
Yeah.
That's a nice 5.
Yeah.
Who's cooking? Are you cooking or you're ordering in?
No, I'm cooking.
What do we
Or
have?
you.
Oh, well, I can come over. That's no problem. I'll do mate rates. It's no problem. What are we having, though? What are we having for food? What's the conversation starter?
Conversation starter. I'm always fond of stuffed pepper.
Nice.
Stuffed pepper. And then main, it's got to be chicken parm. And then dessert, I'm making brownies.
Nice. That's solid. And our last question, Hillary, before we go, who would you like to see on the Shot Clock podcast?
Who would I like to see on the Shot Clock? I want to see some young guys on here. You know, like the upcomings. So like the likes of Ryan Leonard, Matt Tracy, CJ Fulton, Sam Ajalaki, like those kids that are like, you know, they
knocking on the door.
They're knocking on the doors of playing professional, playing Super League, making a stamp on their college careers. Those kids, I want to see. I want to hear from them, because, you know, they're the people they grew up watching were the likes of Adrian and whoever, guys my age, So I want to hear like what their experience was because it's so close to my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's a really good answer. I actually have Rick Leonard on, of Ryan's dad on.
Oh, awesome.
He's agreed to do it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that because like that man, like, Old Dominion, he was like, the guy's a legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still young. It was his birthday yesterday or Saturday. We won't talk about how old he was, but like, yeah, Rick's my master's teammate. Rick's a good guy.
Legend.
Listen, Hill, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Love the answers. Like it's
appreciate you having me, man.
Absolutely. Look, you were one of the automatics. I needed you on here. You know what I mean? You'd like
appreciate that.
All through the summer, you know, I've been checking out your podcast. I've been checking in to make sure you're doing okay. Like, and you know, you're one of those guys. You're one of those guys that always has time for everybody at the end of the game,
of course,
the start of the game. So, you know, I need to shine a light on you. So I really appreciate
that.
No problem. Cheers, man.
So that was the Hillary Nets episode. Some interesting takeaways regarding music and preparation. Like I said in the intro, really good guy, somebody who I love watching to play. He's got the heart of a lion. Looking forward to seeing him back on the court next season. Head over to our Instagram page, jump on our story to vote on the winner stays on 5-on-5 tournament. And also head to our Spotify and check out the Shot Clock podcast warm-up music. It will give you plenty to listen to when you're getting out there for your walks while we wait for this lockdown to end. Look, brighter days are coming. We're getting closer to a season, hopefully. You won't have to listen to me as often. But until then, this is Jago saying, I'll see you on the court soon.